Hello.
Hi.
Hello, people. It's good to be here again. This is Moses Lifestyle. I welcome everybody on board. Today is a great day. Thank God it's Sunday. If you are new here, please press the like button and share us out, subscribe. And it's going to be an interesting topic today. So I'm going to be introducing our guest. Her name is Ramat, and she's a doctor. Dr. Ramat is an international trained medical doctor and entrepreneur based on improving health focus and wellness through lifestyle practice. She partnered with Forever Living Products, where she is a distributor of aloe vera based and paint-based products that help us feel better and look better. And she also supports people who are interested in doing same business. So you're welcome to the live stream, and as I said, share us, like the comments, and I welcome you all. So Dr. Ramat, over to you.
Thank you, Bumi. Am I to start?
Yeah, you can start.
Okay. So thank you for having me on your channel. The topic is taking care of our hearts. I hope you can hear me.
Yes.
Okay. So the reason I chose the topic is because recently, or this month of February, was the American Heart Awareness Month. So, well, though it was American, I feel like it should have been a worldwide thing, and it shouldn't. Though people usually, we have different months set aside to create awareness of regarding different health issues, and this month was actually set aside for the heart health. I would talk briefly about how to take care of our hearts. As an introduction, we all know that our hearts do a very vital job of actually pumping blood to the rest of the body, to all parts of the body, and cleansing the blood that comes back, and it keeps going on and on. It never sleeps. So it's only imperative on us to take care of our hearts as much as possible, because we only have one. It's not like the kidneys that we have two. So if something happens to one, the other one is a backup that can work in place of the other. So I'll go straight to the point. Before I start, I want to talk about the risk factors. The risk factors that we should note towards heart issues. And heart issues include hypertension, which is high blood pressure, heart attacks, different kinds of hypercholesterolemia, atherosclerosis. Don't let me go into too much medical terms. But
Sorry, I want to reduce my background noise. Just continue.
Okay,
Just
so
continue.
the risk factors can be divided into two: the modifiable risk factors and the non-modifiable risk factors. So the non-modifiable risk factors are those that we cannot do anything about. For example, increasing age. It's said that by the time people are 65 and above, they are at increased risk of heart diseases. Then being male is also a non-modifiable risk factor, and heredity, because the heart diseases like coronary artery disease, even hypertension, they run in some families. However, we have modifiable risk factors, which are basically our lifestyle activities. For example, tobacco smoking is a risk factor and is modifiable. Having diabetes mellitus, especially type 2 diabetes, physical inactivity, obesity, or being overweight, um, high blood cholesterol, and high blood pressure. These are modifiable risk factors. Other contributing modifiable risk factors include stress, taking alcohol. Now, I'll go straight to the ways we can take care of our hearts.
Sorry,
So,
before you continue,
yeah,
our heart is, are you saying that our heart is very delicate, that we should not allow
definitely.
anything to happen to the heart?
Yes, we can
Because,
try. We can only try. We can only try because there are some people
oh, they said
that
we
are at
can't hear
risk.
you. We
Oh,
can't hear from our amicable doctor. Are you
okay. What is
muted?
happening? No, I'm not. No, I'm not. What's happening? I'm not.
Okay.
Can they hear me now?
Wait, I'm coming. Let me let me log on to my second phone. Please let's know if you can hear. Can you hear me? And can you? Okay,
Should
they
I
said they can hear.
continue?
I can hear you clearly. Okay.
Okay. Okay. Thank you. So I'll go on to the steps. I summarized the steps into under six headings.
Okay.
One is these steps, they're actually things that we already know, but I'm just going to highlight them again because they are important. And it's been said that some of these are actually easier said than done. But if we keep reminding ourselves and keep trying to work on it, we'll be able to we'll be able to implement some of these and live better. So the first is eating healthy. I know we always hear eat healthy here and there, but it's actually a major factor because eating healthy branches out to a lot of things. It helps with, maintaining proper weight. It helps with, it helps the brain to, it helps the normal bodily function. So the examples of foods that we should eat or the classes of foods include eating more of fruits and vegetables, eating whole grains like oats. Then I'm trying to mention the simple foods. So fruits and vegetables, there are various types, any fruit and vegetable, but because some of them are quite sweet, so it has to also be in moderate quantities. Then we have vegetable oils, especially those that contain omega-3 fats, like the olive oil, canola oil, corn oil, sunflower oil. We should try to use those kinds of oils for cooking. Then we should also limit our sugar intake. We should limit salt. Then we should limit processed foods as much as possible. So these are the things we can do or these are the kinds of foods we need to be eating to help our hearts. Because when we eat, too much, when we take too much salt, too much, too much processed foods, for example, too much sugar, it leads to clumping of fats and stuff like that, and which can clog our arteries and lead to high blood pressure, hypercholesterolemia, and heart disease. So then we should also include fish. Yeah, I forgot to mention fish. We should include fish, poultry as much as possible in our foods. Then supplements. Some people, especially those that are at high risk of heart disease, might benefit from taking supplements, but it's usually advised that you talk to your doctor if you want to start any of those supplements to make sure that you're taking the right one for you. So I'll move on to exercising.
Sorry,
Exercising,
before you continue,
yes.
are you saying that what we eat, for example, the
Yes.
type of food we eat, it affects
Yes.
our hearts, or because we just eat anything we like what happens to carbohydrates, what happens to
Yes.
protein, what happens to beans? Are you
Yeah, you
saying that,
eat
because sugar is part of it? Do you think if we take coffee, should we take black sugar without sugar, or should we take
a coffee without
without
sugar.
sugar?
Well,
There are
the thing
sugar.
is,
Sorry, before you continue. There is sugar, there is brown sugar, there is sweetening, and there is honey.
yeah,
Which one do
yes.
you advise before
Okay,
we go
well,
to the next one?
honey is more natural, so we'll prefer you to use the honey, but even that, you need to be moderate. Then for sugars, sometimes you might not be able to avoid sugar in some of your foods, but as much as possible, you can limit the quantity of sugar that you take. Then carbohydrates, proteins. Yes, I mentioned nuts. Yeah, even proteins, carbohydrates, everything, but you need to be moderate. You need to reduce how much processed foods you eat. So, because if you eat too much, for example, if you eat a lot of carbohydrates, you also need to balance it with increasing your metabolic rate. You also need to balance it with increasing your metabolic rate by exercising. What's happening?
My son is crying. Just continue.
Okay,
I will join you guys.
okay,
Just
okay. You
continue.
need to increase your metabolic rate by exercising, so as to help you burn some of the carbohydrate. Because if if you don't do that, the body ends up storing the excess carbohydrate as fat, which we are trying to prevent. So I'll move on to the next, which is exercising. The idea is to move, be active as much as possible. There are many ways you can exercise. You can take walks. It's advised that you exercise at least, do moderate to vigorous exercises at least 150 minutes. That's about 2.5 hours. 150 minutes in 5 days. So as much as possible, try to exercise. If you already do that, you don't necessarily have to increase, but you can also increase your exercising rate as much as it's tolerated. So have we
Continue.
have
My
a
husband
we have
went
a
out.
third okay, we have a third host. So
Yes, so we have to tell those.
yeah.
Continue.
So for the exercising, we try as much as possible. Um what I'll say here what I'll say here is you don't necessarily have to go to a gym before you can exercise. Even taking walks, taking 30 minutes walks, doing brisk walks, doing jogging, even jumping, doing jumping jacks. If you can skip using the skipping rope, dancing, even dancing is exercise. As much as possible, we should be active. If you drive a lot, you can try to maybe be innovative about it. Park your car, like if you go shopping, park your car a little bit far in the parking lot and take a walk into the shopping mall. If you stay in a place, or if you walk where there's an elevator, you can, and you don't have to go to the 10th floor, for example, because that's rather far. If you're on the second floor or the third floor, you can opt to take the stairs instead, you know, just to help you put in some form of activity. And these days, we even work from home. So you can decide that in the morning before you start work, you take a walk, like you go outside and take a walk for like 30 minutes. Or you can decide that after work in the evening, you just take a walk. And sometimes it's not easy, and you might need motivation. So it's something that you can do with a family member. You can, just to be accountable, you can have a friend or a family member that you you know you report your activities to, and which helps because the heart is also a muscle. It keeps pumping, it pumps, so it is working, and it needs the activity too. Because if you notice, when you work out, you start feeling like your heart is beating fast. So that's called
Yeah.
palpitation. So yeah, the
Especially when
heart is
you're climbing
also,
the staircase.
yes. So the heart is doing some work too, and it's good for the heart. So I'll move on to the next point, which is to at aim to have a healthy weight. Now, for this weight, a lot of people are obsessed with losing weight and all whatnot. You see a lot of weight loss programs here and there and all, but the major idea is to have a healthy weight. And here, in terms of body mass index, which is BMI, it's advisable to be in the normal range. So depending on your weight right now and your weight in kilogram and your height in meters, you can check your weight and measure your height and calculate your BMI, so you know if you're within the normal range. And the normal range is between 18.5 to 24.9, 18.5 to 24.9 kilogram per meter squared. So how you calculate that is get your weight in kilogram and divide it by your height in meter squared. Okay, your height in meter, square it, then your weight over height in meter squared. So the normal BMI, which is body mass index, is 18.5 to 24.9. It varies with different associations, but this is basically what it is. Anything below 18.5 is underweight, and anything above 24.9, or like in some cases it's up to 25. So anything above 25 is overweight and different grade of obesity. So we should
My
aim
children are
to.
distracting me.
It's okay. It's okay. We should
What do
just
you
aim
mean?
for
Oh,
we
I
should
need to
aim
change my
to
position. I'll change my position now.
okay. We should aim to fall within the normal BMI. Then another important part is the waist circumference. The waist circumference is very important. Is an important factor in determining if somebody is prone to heart disease or not. So how to get the normal waist circumference for men is it should be less than 40 inches. I think
Can you
that's
charge it up?
102 102 centimeters, and for women it should be less than 35 inches. So to measure your waist circumference, you if you have a measure, you can stand, then make sure it's straight on your body, round your body at your belly button. So it feels like it's starting from your hip bone, from top of your hip bone round to your belly button. So you try to not hold your breath, like you need to be free. So for those that like to hold their tummies in, you need to release your tummy and be free. Then you breathe out. Then make sure that the the tape measure is not too tight on your body, and make sure it is straight. That's how you measure. For men, it should be less than 40 inches, while for women it should be less than 35 inches. If it is more than that, or yeah, if it's more than that, then is a risk factor for developing a heart disease. So, and you need to talk to your doctor about, strategies to use. Either you need to lose weight depending on your weight, or you need to work on your diet, or, you need to improve some of your lifestyle practices. So, moving on to the next, I'll talk about reducing stress and sleeping well. Generally they're stressed. In fact, when you sleep and wake up, and you get up from your bed and take a walk from your bed, is a kind of stress. But when stress is beginning to weigh you down, it might be a problem in the long run. So we need to try to, because stress, too much of stress too, and lack of enough sleep or lack of quality sleep can increase risk of getting high blood pressure. And there can be a cascade of other heart diseases from there. So we also need to find ways to reduce stress as much as possible. For example, um, people recommend or is recommended to meditate sometimes. Meditation helps. Yoga too. Also, even taking deep breaths. If you try it today, if you take deep breaths up to 3 or 5 times, like take deep breaths, like 5 deep breaths at a time, at intervals in a day, you just realize that you're a bit calmer than usual. You're taking things in your stride. So as much as possible, we should find ways to reduce stress. Then for the sleeping, we need up to 7 to 8 hours of sleep in a day. I know that one might be hard, but it's something that we can work on also, so that the body is well rested. Because if you don't sleep well, it increases your stress levels, and it also causes increase in high blood, or it also increases the blood pressure, which is what we are trying to avoid here. So moving to the next is loving yourself. That's another point. Loving yourself in the sense that you try to avoid habits. You try to avoid bad
Doctor,
habits.
please
Ma,
calm down. You're too fast.
I'm
You
fast.
know, eh?
I'm trying. Okay, I'm
Yeah, you're
fast.
fast. Yes.
Okay.
Like you said you were talking about exercising.
Yes.
Like, and we should be working. We should
Yeah,
be
you can
working in
take
the.
walks.
We should be working for us. So, is it? Are you saying that before our heart can work very well, we need serious exercising? For we that don't like exercising, what are you going to do about it?
Okay, wait. Even if you don't exercise, your heart will work, but you need it to be optimum. So that's why you're exercising. So you can also help the heart to exercise and, work better. So if you don't like to exercise, you can make it a goal to try to start exercising. For example,
Okay.
taking walks. Yes, even walking is an exercise. If you listen to music a lot, you can start dancing. You can dance, because there are some dances that you do that will make you break a sweat. So that's what we are looking for. So it doesn't necessarily have to be going to the gym or lifting weights or doing anything like that or running. You can take walks. Like for example, if there's a mall, if there's a shop at the junction to your house, and you're not buying too many things that
We
you
are in
require.
Canada. There's
Yeah,
no junction.
yes, well, at the junction or at the at the intersection to your house, you can take a walk instead of driving.
Okay.
Like if you're just picking 1 or 2 things, you can walk. So that's also something. Then okay, if you don't like to exercise, an example is dancing. So
I
do you
don't
like to
dance.
dance?
I don't dance. I
And
don't
maybe
know.
you should learn. You can learn to dance, because I don't know. You have to do something. You have to be active. You need to do something to increase your heart rate. So I don't
Okay.
know what you can
Sorry, before you continue, let me say something.
do.
Please, you can please share us if you have the opportunity to share us out so that other people can join us. And you can also please like press the like button. And if you have any question, you can also write a question. We'll answer it after the event.
Okay.
Continue.
So have you thought about what you can do as a form of exercise? Do you like to
I'm
do?
just joking. I'm just joking. Continue. Like
Okay.
I do walk.
Yes. Yeah, I walk a lot too.
I do walk. I do
Yeah.
a lot of walking and light exercising.
Yeah, I do some indoor exercises too.
Okay.
Um, Now I'll move on to the next point, which
You
is
know,
my
I found
favorite.
out that this morning
Yes.
that the actual clothes I wanted to go to church, I really need to reduce the weight. Hello?
Yes, I can hear you. What did you say? What did you say?
I think network.
Okay.
You
Okay,
can
you're
hear
back.
me. Okay, I
Yes,
said
you're back
this
now.
morning, right? That I need
Yeah.
to really work on my exercising.
Okay.
I really need to work on my exercising in the sense that the clothes I was meant to wear to church this morning, the clothes, it was a bit tight for me, so I had to change it. So I
Okay.
really need to work on my exercising.
Yeah. Then you also, I think it's everything. It's not only exercising. You need to check what you eat too, like how you eat and the things you eat. If you need to add more fruits and vegetables to your diet,
To reduce the
and
cholesterol.
yes, to also help with burning up. Because if you don't eat those, if you eat a lot of vegetables and fruits, the body uses those to, and it helps to burn the fats stored and everything. So even not just exercising, even the foods you eat. Okay, one thing you can also do about foods, uh, if you want to include fruits and vegetables, like it's not something you're used to. What I usually advise is to pick one or two fruits, for example, or a vegetable you want to add. Then make sure you buy some of it, keep them in your fridge, so that anytime you open your fridge, you find it there and you're able to pick it and snack on it instead of your usual cookies and other things. So basically, whatever it is, you just need to get the healthier alternative in place so that you always have it in place and you always have it handy to pick anytime. So I was talking about quitting smoking.
Okay.
Smoking, small like tobacco cigarette is a very is like a number one risk factor for a lot of diseases, not only heart disease, you know, lung cancer, different kinds of cancers. Smoking is always a risk factor for a lot of heart diseases, for a lot of diseases, not only heart diseases. So as much as possible, we should try because it's a habit for some. So it's something that they might want to check. It's something they might want to check if they're trying to live healthier. Also, taking alcohol. Some people take alcohol, even though it is said that alcohol can be beneficial to the heart. There's a quantity. It is said that if for men, if you take 2 cups or two drinks of the alcohol per day, not more than 2 drinks, while for women, not more than 1 drink. But as much as possible, if you don't take alcohol, it doesn't mean you should go and start taking alcohol now. And if you do already, you can try to cut it down because taking alcohol also takes a toll on the body
But
system.
red wine is good.
Red wine, a drink like a
Mm-hmm.
cup. How to measure the cup? A drink per day for women. A drink because it's alcoholic, right? Is it not?
Yeah,
Red
it
wine is
is.
alcoholic. Yeah. So a drink is fine if you can't stop it. A drink per day is fine. So I'll go to the next to my last point under the steps or the what we can do to help to protect our heart. The last one is knowing your numbers. For example, knowing your blood pressure. Ordinarily, whether you are hypertensive, whether you have high blood pressure or not, it's good practice to know your blood pressure at least. Every time you go to the doctor, or every time you get the chance to check your blood pressure, it's good to know what it is, so you know you have an idea of where you're falling. Then for diabetics, if you're diabetic, it's good to know your blood sugar levels. So ordinarily for diabetics, the sugar levels, blood glucose levels have to be monitored, to know the progress the person is making. So you need to know, and you also need to know if you have the heredity risk factor of some of these heart problems and diabetes and some of these diseases generally. So you can talk to your doctor about your risks, and you're able to come up with different strategies to help reduce the incidence, to help you reduce the risk of actually coming down with some of these issues. So that's basically it. So to recap, I'll just list the points on how to take care of our hearts. The first is eating healthy. The second is exercising. The third is aiming for a healthy weight, a healthy body mass index, and also quitting smoking, stopping alcohol, and stopping other bad habits that are harmful to our health. Then also knowing your numbers and talking to your doctor if you notice anything. Knowing your numbers, including your blood pressure and other details about your health. Being in the know of your health status is very important here too. So that's it. If you have any questions.
Thank you, doctor. Please,
Yeah.
do you have any question? Let's ask.
One more thing I want to say is that for anybody that wants to do anything, like if you want to change anything about your lifestyle practices, what you need is to just start. Just start however it is, no matter how little. Take the baby steps and start. And be intentional. Sorry, be intentional about it, and just make sure that you're on track and keep at it, because it's not easy to decide that you want to stop everything, like something you're used to doing already. Even if you say it, the body needs time to adjust to it. So start little, start small, and keep building on it. That's all I want to say. So welcome
Okay.
questions.
Okay, thank you so
We
much.
still have time to take questions.
Yeah, there's still time. We still have a few minutes for questions. Do you have any questions, please? Please like us and share us out if you can. Someone might need this conversation. So, do you have any question? Oh, okay. You're welcome, the black woman, that proud woman. You're welcome. Thank you for joining. Do you have
Yeah,
any question? We are asked that we should keep our hearts. We should not have hearts broken. We should keep our hearts steady.
okay.
It's something
I think
right?
that one will fall under stress.
Yes. And we should sleep very well. What about those of
Yeah,
us that have bad sleeping habits?
you need to do something about it. What exactly are the bad sleeping habits? Because that's where we
Right.
can.
Like for example, I don't sleep until like 2, sometimes 2 a.m. or
Why?
3 a.m. and nothing, because maybe
Why?
because I work night shifts. My
Oh,
system has
okay.
changed. Maybe that's why. So, and I
Oh,
have to wake up maybe 7 o'clock a.m. And
That's
I
not,
don't sleep. I don't have a nap. I don't sleep in the
yeah, you
afternoon.
can't sleep during the day because of the kids.
Yeah.
Ah, so, but do
So
you still work the shifts? Like, do you still get back late from work?
yeah.
No. Then something has to give. Either you stop that job, or I don't know, you find a better, like a better shift.
So I'm actually looking for other. I'm still looking. I'm looking for a better job. So I pray I get one. So because I was even telling my husband yesterday that I think I need to change my shifts.
Yeah, you do.
It's really affecting me because sometimes I have migraine
Yes,
and
it's not interesting.
it's not easy
Personally,
at all.
I don't like night shifts. Like when I'm working, even when I'm on calls, I'm not usually my best self for some days after that. So you need to do something about your shifts.
Okay, there's a question. Is chest pain sign of heart issues?
Huh. Now, chest pain can
Mr.
be caused
Oba?
by many things.
Hmm?
Chest pain can be caused by many things. So
Okay, can
if you
you
have
talk
a
about
chest
it?
pain, yes, like now, it could be respiratory tract related, and it could be cardiovascular, which is the heart. It could also be digestive, or it could also be the gastrointestinal system, which is the stomach. So if you have chest pain, it's advisable to talk to your doctor because, okay, right now I have only chest pain to work with, so I can't say exactly that it's a sign of a heart issue, but it can be. Heart problems can cause chest pain, like, and the kinds of chest pain. For example, let me try to describe the kind of chest pain that might point to a heart issue. It's usually on the left side, like around the heart region, and sometimes it can be sharp, like it can be piercing, and sometimes it can um it can radiate to the jaw, to the left jaw or the left arm. It can, that kind of pain can be a sign of heart issues. So I would advise that if you have chest pain of any kind that seems to be recurring, you should actually see a doctor so you can sort it out, because you don't want it to be a heart issue and it will just keep degenerating.
Okay, that reminds me. Is it a normal thing that when it's cold, like extremely cold, right? Is it a normal thing that your chest will be paining you, like extremely cold inside our winter here?
Mm, well, it depends. If you if your chest is not well covered, especially for those that have, if you're not well dressed, like now, during winter you have to cover up, you put on
Yeah.
your sweaters and stuff. So if you're not well dressed and your chest, because how do I even explain it now? Your chest can ache in cold, especially for asthmatics, people that have asthma. It can be a sign of an attack coming up. But generally, because the chest, that's where you have the lungs. It's not exactly pain during, because I don't remember. Okay, well, maybe not everybody experiences it, but I think it can ache if it's extremely cold. So that's why people always, cover up and try to protect. It feels like they're protecting their chest during cold.
Thank you.
Okay. Okay. Is there
So,
any
do you
other
have any other questions, please? Thank you all for joining me. I really appreciate you all. Thank you.
question?
From
Okay.
can we? I would have said this before. I need to. Where are we chatting from? Can we indicate inside the comment below, inside the comments, where are we chatting from?
Okay.
Thank you. Do we have any question? Because we're almost rounding up. We're almost rounding up. Do you have any other question? Thank you, Extract Steps, for coming.
Thank you.
Hello, are you saying not taking care of one act steals a person's sleep at night?
Sorry, I didn't get that.
Are you saying not taking care of one act steals a person's sleep at the right time?
Okay, if I get that question, is the person trying to say, okay, are you still the person sleep at the at night? No, what we are saying is sleeping well is a way to take care of your heart because it helps to reduce stress. I don't know if that answers your question. Sleeping well, having quality sleep for 7 to 8 hours at night actually helps, goes to help to take care of the heart. I don't think it's the other way around. The question looks like the person put it the other way around.
Wait, let's get the question. Can you please ask the question very well? We don't understand it, please. If we are still on board. Are you saying not taking care of one act steals a person's sleep? So I think what she's trying to say is that if you are not taking care of your acts, that is, does it affect the sleeping? As in sleeping, does sleeping affect the heart?
Yeah, I think, well, if you sleep well, it helps the body to manage stress. So, and if the body is able to manage stress, it also helps to keep the heart in optimum condition. So, sleeping well helps the heart. Then, if you take care of your heart too, it helps you to sleep well. It's both ways. Because if someone starts having like heart some symptoms like that chest pain, for example, that chest pain can be so bad that they can't sleep. Sometimes some other symptoms include suddenly waking up and gasping or like trying to catch their breath.
What causes that thing?
There's also a symptom. It's a symptom.
Okay.
It's a symptom of, yes. It has a name. Especially because it happens at night. So it feels like you're sleeping. Then all of a sudden it feels like you're drowning. Then you wake up and try to, catch your breath.
Yeah.
So definitely, if you're not taking care of your heart, or if you have underlying heart issues and you're not taking your medications, or you're not following the lifestyle modifications you're supposed to be doing, it will affect your sleep. Then also, if you're not sleeping well, there's effect on your heart too. Is that a question? What's the effect of water?
Yeah, what's the effect of water?
Okay, yes, water. I did not mention. Well, water is good, definitely. So it's advised to drink about 2 to 3 liters of water in a day. Generally, it helps with the metabolic, with metabolism, with the body metabolism. So, and with that, with increase in the body metabolism, with increase in the rate of metabolism, the heart also works. So, and everything functions well. So water is great.
And to add to that, if you drink a lot of water, you have no issues. You'll be very clean, and
Yes, it
even
helps. It
even
actually
when
helps.
even when you're using when you're trying to urinate, like if you want to pee, you feel relaxed and it makes you glow as a lady. Water
Yes,
is good for the
yeah,
body.
yes, water is good.
So I think that's it.
Okay.
So
No other question.
can you okay, let me do you have another question? Thank you all for coming on board. I really appreciate you all. And please don't forget
Thank
to
you
like
for
us,
having.
as I said. Okay, there's another question that comes up.
Okay.
What about sleeping a lot and waking up still tired? Is it a sign of something coming on?
Ah, well, we want to know how you mean by sleeping a lot because sometimes there are a lot of things in the background that affect sleep. So sleeping a lot might not necessarily mean quality sleep, you know. So we need to find out, we need to know if you're actually sleeping well. So if you sleep well, like if you have quality sleep and for like the normal time you need to sleep and you still wake up tired, then we want to find out for women one might consider pregnancy. That's for women. So we want to know what kind of sleep, like how you sleep, if it's actually quality sleep. But there are times that you're extremely tired. Maybe you had a long week, then you sleep, but you still wake up tired. I guess that one is just a sign of the body still trying to recover. But if it's a constant thing, then you might want to check it out with your doctor. Thank you, that proud black woman, for asking.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Dr. Rama. Thank you for coming on board. I really appreciate you coming on board. I hope we are going to have you again one of these days to
If
treat
you
us-
well,
to treat
it
another
depends
topic.
on it depends on you.
Yeah. Then before we go, can you just in case some of anybody can come and they might want to get a consultancy from you or any do you how do they get you? How would they get you?
Okay, my Instagram
Your
page is
Instagram handle, if you have a Facebook handle, how they can follow
yeah.
you and get in touch with
Okay,
you for
okay. My Instagram is
any other private chat or consultancy for your business.
yeah.
And
My
talk a bit about
Instagram.
your forever living products, how people can benefit also. Shout your
Okay,
business out too, so that people will
okay,
patronize you. It's true now.
okay, okay. My Instagram page is at Wellness by Rami. Wellness. That's Wellness by Rami. Rammy. My Facebook is
Let me
Rami's
write it.
Corner. Okay. My Facebook is Rami's Corner. Ramy
Can
apostrophe
you write
S.
it, please? So that I can.
Okay. Oh, yeah. Okay, I see. So through Instagram, if you go to the link in my bio, you can chat with me on WhatsApp. You can also send a direct message on Instagram. You can also reach me through Facebook. That's my Facebook um, page. And my email is on my Instagram. You can reach me through email too. Um, okay, for the Forever Living product is actually a health like health conscious company. Forever Living is a health conscious company, and we make use of aloe vera and bee products or bee substances or contents for our products. And the products vary from drinks, from healthy drinks like aloe vera gel to
Sorry, I don't know what happened.
supplements. Yeah, to supplements and okay. I see that proud black woman said weekends when you get a chance from the tiring week. Well, if it's not something that happens every day, if it's just a once in a while thing, then it shouldn't be a problem because I guess because the week was
Open
tiring,
it.
the body, even if
Open
you
it.
had 8 hours of sleep on a Friday/Saturday night, it might not be enough to fully recover from the week's activity. So you might need to sleep a little more during the weekend to be able to get it all good. So as I was saying about the Forever Living products, the products range from aloe vera based drinks. So, a particular one is mainly aloe vera. Then there's some that are um, that, ha- that have other contents like apple and cranberry and peaches. That's aloe peaches. There are also supplements, some vitamin supplements and omega-3 supplements. There are also beauty products like shampoo and conditioner for all kinds of hair, and there are some other like all these face washes, face scrubs, and some creams, some specific kind of creams that you use for different skin issues that we may have. Then that the variety of products actually the first ones, there are some kits. There are actually some kits that contain the face mask, the toner, and what else? The serum and face cream too. So different products depending on what you need. That's basically it. So you can reach out to me on Instagram in the title. Oh,
Okay.
is that an error? I didn't even notice how to take. Oh, that's
Is that an error? I think there's
yes.
an
How to
error there.
take care. Yes, how to take care of our hearts. You read how to take off.
Okay, I will do
Thank
the
you.
correction. Thank you. I'm going to edit it. I'll do the correction.
Yes, thank you so
Thank you so
much
much.
for that. So that's basically it.
So, thank you so much, and do have a lovely week.
Thank you for joining us today.
Yeah. So another live section is coming up next week. So we'll be bringing up another guest, but we'll post it before and we'll spread the news. So thank you
No
all
worries.
for coming on board. I really appreciate you. But please, if you've not given us a thumbs up, please give us a thumbs up and share the video. So see you,
All right.
Ramat. Thank you so much. God bless
Thank
you.
you.
Yeah, have a lovely
Baby,
week.
you too.
Yeah.
You too.
Yeah.
Bye.
Bye.